Imagine, if you will, stepping into a dream. This is Ta Prohm, deep in the heart of Cambodia. Here, colossal tree roots, like giant silvery serpents, coil and cascade over weathered sandstone walls. They seem to pour down from the heavens, gripping ancient galleries in a powerful yet somehow gentle hold. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and exotic blossoms, a truly intoxicating perfume. Birdsong echoes through the crumbling courtyards, a constant gentle soundtrack to this extraordinary scene. It feels as though time itself has slowed, allowing nature to reclaim what was once so meticulously crafted by human hands. This incredible spectacle transports you back to the late 12th century. We are in the mighty Khmer Empire, a civilization at the very peak of its power and artistic expression. Angkor, the magnificent capital, was a sprawling metropolis of temples, palaces, and vast water networks. It was an era of immense construction, of deep spirituality, and of kings who saw themselves as god-builders. The very stones of Ta Prohm whisper tales of this golden age, of a sophisticated society that created wonders which continue to astound us even now. One can almost hear the distant chants of monks or the bustling activity of the thousands who once served this sacred place, a stark contrast to its current serene, almost meditative atmosphere. Walking through Ta Prohm is a truly sensory adventure, my dears. Your fingers might trace the intricate carvings, still remarkably preserved beneath the moss and lichen. You feel the cool, damp stone underfoot, a testament to centuries past. Look up, and the sunlight filters through the dense canopy, dappling the ruins in an ethereal, shifting light. It creates such a magical play of shadows and illumination, constantly changing the temple's appearance. It's a photographer's paradise, of course, but even more so, it's a place that touches the soul. You can't help but feel a profound connection to the past, and an immense respect for the forces of nature that have shaped its present form, making it utterly unique. Here, the temple isn't just a ruin, it feels alive, a living testament to the relentless power of the jungle. It's a collaboration, really, between human ambition and nature's persistent artistry. The builders laid the stones with such precision, intending them to last for eternity. And in a way they have, but not perhaps as originally envisaged. Instead, they have become a canvas for these magnificent trees, the silk cotton and the strangler figs, which have woven themselves into the very fabric of the temple. It's a powerful reminder, isn't it, that nature often has the final say, creating something even more awe-inspiring in the process. It's a delicate, beautiful, and slightly haunting partnership. He ascended to the throne in 1181, a truly remarkable figure in Khmer history. He wasn't just a conqueror or a ruler. He was a profound visionary, a devout Buddhist, and a prolific builder. His reign marked a significant shift towards Mahayana Buddhism, and his compassion for his people was legendary. He understood that a kingdom's strength lay not just in its armies, but in the well-being of its citizens. He initiated vast public works, building hospitals, rest houses, and reservoirs, alongside his magnificent temples, creating an empire that cared. Jayavarman VII's devotion to Buddhism was deeply personal and profoundly influenced his architectural commissions. He envisioned his temples not merely as monuments to the gods, or indeed to himself, but as centers of learning, spirituality, and community. He poured enormous resources into these projects, transforming the landscape of Angkor. Temples like Angkor Thom, with its enigmatic smiling faces of Bayon, and the beautiful Preah Khan, dedicated to his father, all bear his indelible mark. He was a man driven by an incredible energy and a deep sense of spiritual purpose, leaving behind a legacy that has fascinated the world for centuries. His building program was on a scale rarely seen before or since. Ta Prohm, originally named Rajavihara, meaning Monastery of the King, held a particularly special place in Jayavarman VII's heart. It was consecrated in 1186, and he dedicated it to his beloved mother, Prajnaparamita, personified as the perfection of wisdom. Imagine the devotion. This wasn't just a grand gesture. It was a deeply personal act of filial piety combined with his religious fervor. The temple was conceived as a thriving Buddhist monastery and university, a bustling center of spiritual life and scholarly pursuit. It's rather moving to think of this powerful king creating such a sanctuary in honor of his mother, a testament to the human emotions that transcend even empires. In its heyday, Ta Prohm was a truly significant establishment. Inscriptions tell us that it was home to over 12,500 people, including 18 high priests and 615 female dancers. Goodness me, what a sight that must have been. It also controlled vast agricultural lands and considerable wealth, with thousands of villagers working to support the monastery. It housed precious treasures, including gold, pearls, and silks. It was a microcosm of the Khmer kingdom itself, organized, prosperous, and deeply spiritual. The sheer scale of its original operation is quite staggering to comprehend when one wanders through its now quiet, tree-gripped corridors. It was a beacon of Buddhist learning and practice for the entire region, wonderfully intricate maze for visitors to explore. As you wander through, you pass under stone archways, through dark, cool passages, and into sun-dappled enclosures. Many of the walls are adorned with exquisite carvings of devatas, celestial dancers, and scenes from Buddhist mythology. Even now, with parts of the structure propped up or gently surrendering to the jungle, the skill of the Khmer artisans shines through. It's a testament to their incredible craftsmanship and artistic vision. Of course, the most defining feature of Ta Prohm today, the one that leaves every visitor utterly spellbound, is the dramatic interplay between the ancient stones and the gigantic trees. Enormous silk cotton trees and strangler figs have made the temple their home. Their powerful roots have pried apart massive stone blocks, embraced towers, and flowed over galleries like molten wax. It's a slow, patient conquest, creating scenes of almost surreal beauty. These are not just trees, they are ancient guardians, their colossal forms adding to the temple's mystique and its slightly melancholic charm. The sight of these roots, sometimes several feet thick, gripping the intricately carved sandstone is simply unforgettable, a true marvel. After the glorious reign of Jayavarman VII, and the eventual decline of the Khmer Empire in the 15th century, Ta Prohm, like many other temples in Angkor, was gradually abandoned. It was slowly, inexorably, swallowed by the relentless jungle. For centuries it lay hidden, a forgotten jewel veiled by dense tropical growth, known only to a few local villagers. The vibrant chants of monks gave way to the rustling of leaves and the calls of wild creatures. It's rather romantic in a way to imagine it sleeping peacefully, undisturbed by the outside world, waiting for its moment of rediscovery. This period of neglect, paradoxically, allowed the unique tree and temple fusion to develop so dramatically. It wasn't until the late 19th and early 20th centuries that French archaeologists and explorers began to clear the jungle and unveil the wonders of Angkor to the wider world. When they stumbled upon Ta Prohm, they were so captivated by its extraordinary symbiosis with the trees that they made a conscious decision. Unlike other temples that were more extensively restored and cleared, much of Ta Prohm was left in this natural state. They aimed to preserve the magical atmosphere, this unique dialogue between human creation and nature's artistry. It was a wonderfully insightful choice, allowing us to experience this photogenic chaos, a decision for which visitors today are immensely grateful. Its global fame absolutely skyrocketed in 2001. Navigating the root-entwined ruins were beamed onto cinema screens across the planet. The temple, with its already cinematic qualities, it was the perfect backdrop, wasn't it? This newfound celebrity brought Ta Prohm to the attention of a much wider audience, transforming it into one of Angkor's most sought-after destinations. This surge in popularity was a double-edged sword, naturally. On one hand, it brought vital tourism revenue, which helps fund the ongoing conservation and research work at Angkor. It also fostered a greater global appreciation for Cambodia's incredible cultural heritage. However, the sheer volume of visitors also placed considerable strain on the fragile structures and the delicate ecosystem of the temple. Managing the impact of Tomb Raider tourism, while preserving Ta Prohm's unique character, became a significant challenge for the authorities. Walkways and viewing platforms have been sensitively installed to protect both the ruins and the visitors, a necessary measure to safeguard its future. So why does Ta Prohm continue to captivate us so profoundly today, long after the film crews have departed? I believe it's because it offers such a potent blend of history, untamed nature, and an almost palpable sense of mystery. It's a place where you can truly feel the passage of time and the immense power of the natural world. Unlike more manicured historical sites, Ta Prohm speaks of both human ingenuity and the beautiful, sometimes destructive, embrace of the wild. It invites contemplation, sparking the imagination about the lives once lived within its walls and the centuries it spent lost to the world. It's this unique atmosphere that draws people back again and again. Ultimately, Ta Prohm inspires a profound sense of wonder. It stands as a magnificent testament to the Khmer Empire's artistic and spiritual achievements, but also as a powerful symbol of nature's resilience and artistry. There's a humility it instills, watching these ancient stones so carefully placed by human hands, now cradled and pierced by the slow, inexorable growth of the jungle. It reminds us that we are part of a much larger, older story. It's a place of haunting beauty, a living poem written in stone and root, and its enigmatic allure will, I am quite sure, continue to enchant generations to come. It truly is one of the world's most magical spots. Imagine it as a bustling university campus, a vibrant center dedicated to learning. It was also a vital heart for the community. People from all walks of life gathered here, daily existence intertwined with sacred duties, a place truly alive with purpose and people. It hummed with knowledge and spiritual energy. At the very core of Ta Prohm's spirit stood a special statue. This was Prajnaparamita, the personification of wisdom. What a beautiful concept to honor, don't you think? This magnificent statue was modeled after King Jayavarman VII's own mother, a deeply personal and touching tribute from a son. It shows such profound respect for maternal influence, and it highlights the value placed on wisdom itself. This dedication set a scholarly tone for the entire complex, a beacon of enlightenment in the ancient world, truly a mother's wisdom immortalized in stone. The great King Jayavarman VII didn't stop there. He clearly valued those who guided and supported him. Smaller, yet significant temples were also built nearby. One was dedicated to his revered teacher, his guru. Another honored his elder brother, a prince. These acts show a deep sense of loyalty. They reflect the importance of mentors and family, each dedication adding layers to Ta Prohm's story, a network of respect and remembrance. These gestures painted a picture of the king's character. Ta Prohm also had a magnificent twin, so to speak. This was the equally grand temple of Preah Khan. If Ta Prohm honored the king's mother, Preah Khan was for his father. Together, these temples formed a royal family pairing, a testament to filial piety on a monumental scale. They stand as powerful symbols of the Khmer Empire, representing the enduring strength of family bonds and the divine respect accorded to the royal lineage. These connections reveal so much about their beliefs, two incredible legacies, side by side in history. It wasn't merely a secluded sanctuary for a few monks. Far from it. This place was absolutely teeming with people. Inscriptions tell us nearly 12,000 souls lived here. Can you just imagine the constant hum of activity? Thousands more in surrounding villages supported it. It was a veritable city within temple walls, a lively, bustling, and incredibly organized community, every day filled with purpose and interaction. A truly staggering number of inhabitants for its time. Ta Prohm was also a place of immense wealth and resources. The temple wasn't just spiritually rich, it was materially endowed. Historical records speak of vast treasures held within. We're talking about gold, silver, pearls, and precious silks. It even possessed thousands of farms and numerous villages. These assets helped maintain the temple and its people. Milk from over 100 cows was managed here. This economic power was essential for its grand operations, a testament to its importance in the Khmer kingdom. The wealth reflected its status and influence. This incredible complex played a crucial role in the Khmer Empire. Of course, it was a major religious center, that's undeniable, but its significance stretched far beyond spiritual matters. Ta Prohm was an economic and administrative powerhouse too. It managed extensive lands and a large workforce. The supporting villages provided a constant stream of supplies. From food to labor, they sustained the temple's needs. This intricate system kept the entire complex functioning. Its influence radiated outwards into the surrounding regions, a key institution underpinning the empire's structure. The community within Ta Prohm was remarkably diverse. Imagine a cross-section of Khmer society living together. There were high priests conducting sacred rituals. Officials managed the temple's vast administrative tasks. Countless servants attended to the daily upkeep. Musicians and graceful apsara dancers performed ceremonies. Skilled artisans and laborers maintained the structures. Each person had a specific role, a part to play. It was a highly organized, almost town-like existence, a microcosm of the greater Khmer civilization itself. The design of Ta Prohm is quite fascinating, you know. Unlike many other Angkorian temples that soar upwards like mountains, the design encourages exploration and quiet contemplation, a horizontal masterpiece rather than a vertical one. It feels more grounded, more connected to the earth. And then there are the magnificent entrance towers, the gopuras. These are truly iconic features of Khmer architecture. Many of them are adorned with enormous, serene stone faces. These enigmatic faces gaze out in the four cardinal directions. They are thought to represent Bodhisattva Lokeshvara, or perhaps even King Jayavarman VII himself, watching over his people. These faces are a signature of his prolific reign. Their gentle smiles add a profound sense of peace. They stand as silent, eternal guardians of the temple, a powerful symbol of compassion and royal presence. The way Ta Prohm was constructed is simply ingenious. The ancient Khmers were absolute masters of stonework. They built this vast temple complex entirely without mortar. Can you believe it? No cement holding these massive stones. Instead, the stones were meticulously carved and fitted together, like an enormous, incredibly precise three-dimensional puzzle. This remarkable skill is evident everywhere you look. The precision allowed the structures to stand for centuries, a testament to their advanced engineering prowess. It's a marvel of ancient construction techniques. Over the many centuries, something magical has happened. Nature, in its persistent way, has begun to reclaim Ta Prohm. Giant silk cotton trees and strangler figs have taken root. Their massive serpentine roots embrace the ancient stonework. They weave through walls and pry apart galleries. It creates this unforgettable, almost surreal atmosphere. The temple and the jungle are now intertwined, a breathtaking display of nature's power and artistry. This symbiosis is what makes Ta Prohm so unique. It's a living sculpture, constantly evolving. It has sparked quite a bit of debate and wonder. Some observers believe it depicts a creature resembling a stegosaurus, a dinosaur, etched in stone centuries ago. Could the ancient Khmers have had knowledge of these creatures? Perhaps from fossil discoveries or ancient tales? It's such a tantalizing and intriguing thought, isn't it? This little carving adds another layer of mystery, a delightful puzzle hidden amongst the grandeur. It makes you ponder what other secrets Ta Prohm holds. Of course, scholars and experts have their own theories. Many suggest the stegosaurus is more likely a boar, or perhaps a rhinoceros, seen against leafy background foliage. Some even whisper it might be a more modern embellishment. The debate continues, which is part of the fun. This ambiguity only enhances Ta Prohm's captivating allure. It invites us to look closer, to question, to engage with the temple on a more curious level. Whatever its true identity, the carving fascinates visitors, a small detail that sparks big conversations. Ta Prohm is an overwhelming symphony of beauty and history. The way the colossal trees merge with the ancient stones, it's a partnership between human creation and wild nature. This unique blend is utterly breathtaking to behold. It tells such a powerful story of a magnificent empire, and it speaks of the inevitable, relentless march of time, the grandeur of the past meeting the jungle's embrace. It's a visual poem, etched in stone and wood, a place that truly stirs the soul and captures the imagination. You feel the weight and wonder of centuries around you. Ultimately, Ta Prohm remains a place of profound wisdom and wonder. It continues to inspire awe in all who wander its paths, a magnificent testament to human ingenuity and artistic vision, and a striking reminder of nature's persistent, beautiful power. It's where spirituality, ancient history, and natural splendor meet, a truly unforgettable destination on any journey. Ta Prohm doesn't just show you the past, it lets you feel it. Its spirit lingers long after you've departed its sacred grounds. A treasure of Cambodia, and indeed of the world, a timeless reminder of the wonders our planet holds.
The great King Jayavarman VII commissioned its construction in the late 12th century, around 1186 AD. He dedicated this magnificent temple to his beloved mother, envisioning her as Prajna Paramita, the personification of wisdom in Mahayana Buddhism. Its original Sanskrit name was Rajavihara, meaning the monastery of the king. This highlighted its royal patronage and its importance within the vast temple network of Angkor. Ta Prohm was not merely a temple. It functioned as a thriving Buddhist monastery and a center of learning, a veritable university of its time, reflecting the empire's devotion and intellectual pursuits. The scale of its operations was immense, underscoring its central role in the spiritual and administrative life of the Khmer kingdom. This era, spanning the late 12th and early 13th centuries, witnessed the construction of many of Angkor's most iconic monuments. Ta Prohm was an integral part of this grand urban complex. These engineering marvels supported a large population and intensive agriculture. The capital, Angkor Thom, with Bayon at its center, pulsed with life, reflecting the empire's immense power, spiritual devotion, and artistic achievements. Ta Prohm, with its rich endowments and resident scholars, contributed significantly to this golden age of Khmer civilization. The eventual decline and abandonment of Angkor, including Ta Prohm, occurred over several centuries. A combination of factors contributed to this gradual process. Repeated invasions by the neighboring Siamese kingdom of Ayutthaya, particularly in the 14th and 15th centuries, weakened the Khmer Empire considerably. These conflicts led to the sacking of Angkor and the loss of its resources. Internal political instability and power struggles among the Khmer elite also played a part in destabilizing the empire. Furthermore, some scholars suggest that environmental pressures, such as the overexploitation of resources or failures in the complex water management system, may have contributed to the decline. Following its abandonment in the 15th or 16th century, Ta Prohm was slowly and inexorably reclaimed by the surrounding jungle. Without human maintenance, the forces of nature began their patient work. Seeds of tropical trees carried by the wind or birds found fertile ground in the crevices of the temple's sandstone structures. Among these, the giant silk cotton trees Ceiba pentandra and the strangler figs, Ficus gibosa, became the most dominant. Their powerful roots grew, spreading across walls, prying apart stone blocks, and enveloping entire galleries and doorways. Over centuries, the temple complex became largely hidden beneath a dense green canopy, transforming into the mysterious and hauntingly beautiful sight that continues to captivate visitors today, a testament to nature's persistent embrace. Ta Prohm, in particular, with its dramatic fusion of ancient stone and living trees, presented an especially romantic and evocative spectacle. Initial efforts by the French focused on clearing vegetation and studying major sites like Angkor Wat and Angkor Thom, laying the groundwork for future conservation. The conservation and restoration of the Angkor monuments were largely undertaken by the École Française d'Extrême Orient, a renowned French academic institution. For most temples within the Angkor Park, the prevailing conservation philosophy involved extensive clearing of vegetation. This was followed by meticulous documentation, and, where feasible, the structural restoration method known as anastylosis. This technique involves media group, close-up of workers dismantling damaged stone walls at Ta Prohm, archival images of temple deconstruction process at its stock, add distribute equally, dismantling a ruined structure, then carefully rebuilding it using the original elements, supplemented by new materials only when absolutely necessary. This approach aimed to restore temples to a state closer to their original appearance. However, Ta Prohm presented a unique case that prompted a different consideration from the conservators. When it came to Ta Prohm, the École Française d'Extrême Orient made a deliberate and significant decision. They chose to preserve the temple largely in the condition in which it was found, extensively overgrown by the jungle. This was a departure from their usual practice. The conservators recognized the exceptional aesthetic quality and the powerful emotional impact created by the giant trees intertwined with the ancient masonry. They understood that this symbiosis of nature and architecture contributed immensely to Ta Prohm's unique charm and its power to evoke a sense of lost worlds and the passage of time. This thoughtful choice distinguished Ta Prohm from other major Angkorian temples, safeguarding its romantic and undisturbed atmosphere. The guiding principle for Ta Prohm became one of consolidation and stabilization rather than full-scale restoration to its original 12th century state. The primary objective was to arrest further decay and prevent the catastrophic collapse of structures under the immense pressure of the trees. This meant that many of the iconic trees were left in place, their roots continuing to embrace the temple walls. This approach aimed to maintain the picturesque quality that so impressed early explorers and continues to fascinate visitors. The result is a carefully managed wilderness, where the temple's identity is inextricably linked to the majestic trees that have become its guardians and, simultaneously, its structural challenge. This delicate balance ensures its enduring appeal. Modern restoration and conservation work at Ta Prohm is an exceptionally complex and ongoing endeavor. International teams, notably the Archaeological Survey of India, have undertaken significant projects to stabilize and preserve the temple. Removing a mature tree is often not a viable option, as its root system can be integral to holding a crumbling structure together. Its removal could trigger an immediate collapse. Therefore, each intervention requires meticulous planning, advanced engineering solutions, and a deep understanding of both architecture and ecology. The core of the conservation effort at Ta Prohm revolves around achieving a delicate balance. This balances between preserving the ancient Khmer stonework, with its invaluable carvings and historical significance, and protecting the iconic trees that define the temple's unique character. These magnificent trees are, in essence, a part of Ta Prohm's heritage now. Yet their continued growth poses an undeniable threat to the long-term survival of the temple's architecture. Conservationists are constantly faced with difficult decisions. Strategies include carefully pruning branches to reduce weight, managing root growth through containment systems, and installing sophisticated structural supports made of wood or steel to brace both the trees and the masonry they embrace. Ta Prohm achieved widespread global recognition far beyond archaeological circles due to its prominent feature in popular culture. Its appearance in the 2001 adventure film Lara Croft Tomb Raider, starring Angelina Jolie, catapulted the temple to international stardom. The movie showcased its dramatic, root-entwined courtyards and mysterious corridors to a vast global audience, forever associating it with the adventurous spirit of the film. This exposure significantly boosted tourism not only to Ta Prohm, often dubbed the Tomb Raider Temple, but to the entire Angkor region. One particular cluster of silk cotton tree roots framing a doorway became an iconic photo opportunity, drawing countless visitors eager to capture their own Tomb Raider moment. The surge in tourism following its cinematic fame brought both economic benefits and considerable challenges for the preservation of Ta Prohm. While increased visitor numbers contribute to the local economy and raise awareness for conservation, they also place additional strain on the fragile site. To manage the impact, authorities have implemented measures such as designated pathways, wooden walkways, and viewing platforms. These help to guide the flow of tourists, protect vulnerable areas from foot traffic, and prevent visitors from climbing on delicate structures. The ongoing task is to ensure that the allure created by popular culture does not inadvertently harm the very essence of Ta Prohm's historical and natural significance, safeguarding it for future generations to experience. As the temple grounds are uneven with exposed roots and stone pathways, allocate at least 1 to 2 hours to explore the sprawling complex thoroughly, allowing time to absorb its unique atmosphere. Bringing water, sunscreen, and a hat is advisable, especially during the hotter months. Knowledge can bring the history and symbolism of Ta Prohm to life. Navigating the temple can feel like an adventure in itself due to its somewhat labyrinthine layout and the encroaching jungle. Ta Prohm has several entrances, with the eastern and western gopuras being the most common entry points. Following the clearly marked pathways and wooden boardwalks will help visitors see the main highlights while protecting the monument. Noteworthy features include the iconic Tomb Raider tree, a silk cotton tree, the crocodile tree, another impressive specimen, and the intricately carved Hall of Dancers. Take time to look closely at the surviving lintels, pediments, and devata carvings, many of which display remarkable artistry. The dappled sunlight filtering through the dense canopy into the shaded courtyards creates a truly magical ambiance. Beyond its stunning visual appeal, Ta Prohm retains a profound spiritual and cultural importance. Originally conceived as Rajavihara, a Mahayana Buddhist monastery and university, it was dedicated to wisdom, prajnaparamita, and compassion. It served as a vibrant center for religious practice, scholarship, and community life for many years. The temple's subsequent embrace by the powerful forces of nature has added another layer to its spiritual resonance. It stands as a poignant symbol of impermanence, illustrating the cyclical nature of creation and decay, and highlighting the enduring power of the natural world over human endeavors. Many visitors report experiencing a deep sense of tranquility and contemplation while wandering through its ancient tree-gripped corridors. The enduring legacy of Ta Prohm lies in its extraordinary and harmonious blend of human artistry and the relentless vitality of the jungle. It is a place where magnificent architecture and wild nature have merged to create an environment that is both hauntingly beautiful and deeply inspiring. The unforgettable sight of colossal tree roots cascading like waterfalls over intricately carved stone walls speaks volumes about the grandeur of the Khmer civilization and the inexorable march of time. Ta Prohm is far more than just a picturesque ruin. It is a living monument, a dynamic interplay between history and nature. Its captivating beauty, combined with its profound symbolism, continues to evoke a sense of awe, wonder, and quiet reflection in all who are fortunate enough to experience its magic.